Our top story this evening: in a decisive move to protect the elderly, Karnataka Medical Education Minister Sharan Prakash Patil has announced stringent measures against children who abandon their aging parents after securing property transfers. Invoking the Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizens Act, the Karnataka minister has emphasized that property transfers and wills favouring such conniving and apathetic children will be revoked, restoring ownership to the abandoned parents. Now, this announcement, remember, follows alarming reports from the Belagavi Institute of Medical Sciences, where over 150 senior citizens have been deserted in recent months. Sharan Prakash Patil has also directed all government medical colleges to report these incidents and file complaints with assistant commissioners to initiate legal action. Under Section 23 of the Act, if children neglect or abandon their parents after inheriting property, the law permits the cancellation of such transfers, reinstating the property rights of the elderly.
Now, it's a well-known problem that many children have indeed abandoned their own parents soon after they turn into senior citizens. Now, acting on this move, the Karnataka government has identified that there's been a sudden spurt in the number of cases of where senior citizens have been abandoned at government medical colleges by their own children. How's the government going to act on this front? Joining us right now is, in fact, the Medical Education Minister himself, Dr. Sharan Prakash Patil. So this is an issue that's not limited to Karnataka. It's unfortunate that this is how it's been identified, of course, in Karnataka. But as the minister in charge, how are you going to be acting on this?
You see, when it came to our notice that in some of our hospitals that senior citizens are being abandoned after they're getting the treatment. They are admitted for some ailment, and once they're treated and they get well, the children are not coming back to take them home. For example, in Belgaum Medical College Hospital itself, the number is 150 senior citizens were left back. So now I have given direction to all the directors to contact and give a complaint to the Assistant Commissioner, because now under this Act there is a provision, Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizens Act 2007. There is a provision that they can appeal to the Assistant Commissioner, and there is a committee, actually it's a tribunal, and also that committee has an authority to revert back the will or the properties transferred to their children, and also either to fix a monthly maintenance. There is a provision in the Act.
ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್, ಹಂಗೆ 3-4 ವರ್ಷದವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವಾರ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ, ಇನ್ನೂವರೆಗೂ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಒಬ್ಬನಂತೆ ಅವರು ಮಗ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಬಟ್ ಅವ್ರ ತಂದೆಗೆ 4 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯಿತು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಡೈಲಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೂವರೆಗೂ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೂ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇದೇ ವಾರ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಬೆಳಗಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸದಾಶಿವ ನಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರಂತೆ ಅವ್ರ ಮಗ. ತಂದೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮಗ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರು ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಅವರು ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ಬರು ವಾಕೇಬಲ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅವರು ರೈಲ್ವೆ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ರೈಲ್ವೇಲೇ ಅವರು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏರಿಯಾಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ವೃದ್ಧಾಶ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗ ನಾನು 52 ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ನಾದರೂ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಯಾರೂ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಏಜ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಟ್ರೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅವ್ರ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಸಿಗದೇ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಾವು ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಏಜ್ ಹೋಮಿಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್. ಅವ್ರು ವಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಹಾಂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಸರ್, ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಸರ್. ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೂ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಇಂಟಿಮೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೂ ಅವರು ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
In our hospital, since 2 years, I have seen nearly more than 150 destitutes who were admitted here. Among them, we have somehow searched their relatives, and out of state, we have sent 17 destitutes. All these people are of different age group. We had to send 62 destitutes to ashram. There among 62 there were of all the age group, to almost to Bailongal, Gadag and Belgavi ashrams we have sent. These people were, some of them were destitutes without any relatives. Some of them had the relatives but they left and went.
Sri N.H. ಹಾವೇರಿ, ಗಾಂಧಿ ರೋಡ್
ಹಾವೇರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬಂದ್ರಿ?
ಕುಟುಂಬ ಕಲೆಗಾರ ಓಣಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಕುಟುಂಬ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಕಲ್ಲಾಗ ಬಿದ್ದಿದ್ದು ತಗೊಂಡು ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಆಂಬುಲೆನ್ಸ್.
ಪೋಷಕರ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಯಾರಿಲ್ಲ?
ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಧಾರವಾಡ ಆಗ್ಯದಾರ. ಮಗ
ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಮಗ?
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ವಕೀಲ ವೃತ್ತಿ ಚಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿತು
ವಕೀಲರಾಗ
ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿలో ಕಲಿತಾರು
ಓದ್ತಾರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು
ಒಬ್ಬನ
ಒಬ್ಬನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿಲ್ಲ
ಯಾರ
ಮಗ
ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕಾಲಾಗ ಹುಳ ಬಿದ್ದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂಬುಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಐತಲ್ಲ ಮನೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಅದ್ರಾಗ ಬಂದು
ಹೌದಾ.
On the broadcast, I'm joined by Bhavyanmurthy of the Congress Party and Sandeep Anirudhan, founder Citizens Agenda for Bengaluru, to talk more about this. Good evening and welcome to both of you. Bhavya, let me begin with you. These are 150 cases that have been talked about in Belagavi particularly, but is the situation that bad across Karnataka that youngsters are now abandoning their aging parents?
It's really heartbreaking to see the numbers and the state of the senior citizens here. But this is not just the case of Karnataka. Karnataka government is setting an example by making the children who are only wanting the assets and properties of their parents, but not the responsibility of their old parents, responsible to their livelihood. Like the parents, they have spent their whole life and invest their life savings and transfer it to their children, and they become destitute. That's not acceptable by any society standards. So Karnataka government is setting an example. Definitely the numbers are alarming and very painful to see their state right now. But we really hope this policy will bring about a change. If not, they don't want to take care of them with love, at least for the property. These parents will be, taken care of.
Yeah. I'll talk about what sort of, arrangements would be put in place as far as the government measures are concerned. But let me go across to Sandeep Anirudhan. Sandeep, it is strange that we are today witnessing such a time where the youngsters are abandoning their parents, aging parents, because of the fact that youngsters are now doing well-paying jobs. They have a certain lifestyle that they maintain, and therefore probably financial crunch, financial issues are not such a major problem for most youngsters, if not all. But look at the situation. It is absolutely tragic.
Shreya, it's extremely shocking to hear that parents have been abandoned in hospitals for such long durations. See, India is a unique place where one of the main foundations of our society is the family institution, and it works both ways. Our families provide what you call social security for children. Children are never thrown out. I mean, regardless how old you grow, if you're not earning, your parents will take care of you, your family will take care of you. Unlike the other part, unlike the West especially, where you're thrown out once you're an adult. Similarly, children take care of their parents till they pass away. This is etched in stone. To see that there is so much of shift happening. There was a Helpage India report, I think in 2018, and this is slightly dated, but even back then there was a tremendous trend of rising abuse of elderly parents. As much as 30 to 45% of elderly were being abused, were being ill-treated and things like that. And of late in social media, we see videos of children misbehaving, abusing parents, very elderly parents. So as a trend, this is extremely disturbing. I think we're moving too much into the consumerist, material culture of the West. This has to do with the foundation building that our education system is giving us. There can't be any other reason, because since we have an education system, most of our society now just outsources character building to the school system, which doesn't have a framework for building character. It's unfortunate. The only purpose that the school system seems to be designed for is to create employees. We are only trained to be obedient, follow a routine, mug up things, vomit them out, pass exams, find a job, period. There is no character building as part of this education system. And this is eroding all the values we have, because children don't grow up in their society anymore. They don't grow up in their culture. They don't grow up in their traditions. They don't have intergenerational transfer of wisdom, local wisdom and stuff like that. All of this is lost because of what some call the Macaulay system of education, which is designed to disrupt our culture in the first place. So possibly the British have actually succeeded extremely well although very late. And this is hurting our society. It's extremely hurtful to see these things happen. It's as though the soul of our society is lost. It's like we're becoming a zombie culture, and all that we seem to care about is money, materialism, consumerism.
It is. It is
And
indeed very selfish, Sandeep. And the fact of the matter is that the concept of a nuclear family might seem very convenient at several levels, but the reality is also the fact that because we have moved away from a joint family and a large family support system is why we're also seeing the kind of shift in the mindset where people have gotten selfish and are only thinking about themselves, because a large joint family taught you how to share things, how to live with people, how to make your way through human to human conflicts, which are bound to happen when two or more human beings are living together. But Bhavya, as far as government action is concerned, there are several steps that the Karnataka government has now enlisted as far as government hospitals are concerned. How much do you think can that be actually implemented? Because, these are just government hospitals. What about households where the elderly parents are treated in a bad way? What about, their daily lives, which are a huge challenge when you have abusive children?
That's a very good point, actually. Right now, we have started somewhere. This is a good start that,
This is muted.
children abandoning their parents in the hospitals. That was in a very big number if we see the facts. But we have started it out now. We have a committee. I'm sure they'll come up with a holistic approach to tackle this particular issue, which is not just confined to Karnataka or Bengaluru. It's across India and sometimes maybe other countries. But I'm really happy that Karnataka government has taken the first step in dealing with this very important issue. Something which mm, um, actually pricks our conscience to see elderly people being treated like that. It's a very conscious decision, something, a moral conscience of the society should be protected. That's the main reason behind this policy. And I'm sure this is a start, and we will be coming up with very good policies to make sure what you mentioned, abuse towards the elderly at household and everywhere else, and some way where they're protected, the victims are protected, as well as their identity is protected and taken care of. We will come up with something. This is a start.
So, okay. Sandeep, you want to come in on this? How much of these steps by the government can actually deter people from actually abandoning their aging parents? And how much do you think will it be even effective?
Did you ask me, because your audio was not clear?
Yes, Sandeep, this is for you.
Hello? No.
Sandeep, are you able to hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes.
Yeah, Sandeep,
Hello?
I was asking about
Okay,
how
I
much
think
do you think such government actions would actually deter children and would actually, be effective?
Well, I cannot fathom or guess, because this is a social a paradigm shift that's happening, and just as in any other domain in India, as you see now, the law is very difficult to implement. Simple things, you see a whole lot of laws that are violated. The government finds it very difficult to actually get them enforced, and there's a general breakdown in ensuring rule of law. So, getting this done through the instrument of state, I think, is going to be a very big challenge. But this needs to be addressed as a social issue, by society. I think largely we need to figure out where this is going wrong. A whole lot of social groups, perhaps even religious groups, have to wake up. Instead of having their silly fights over identity and all other things, we have to look at how our family systems are breaking down, how our society is collapsing. I think these are the challenges that social groups, religious groups, spiritual groups have to address with alacrity, because these are far more important for the well-being, for the happiness, for the general well-being of the nation as well. If our basic institutions of family collapses, if we don't have uh, a, a sense of humanity,
Yeah.
I don't think it'll make any sense in being a nation anymore, because what is there to value after that? If, if we don't value ourselves, our families, our relationships, and our basic humanity, then I think there's not much left to hope for or live for. It just becomes a pointless and aimless existence.
Yeah, as
And
much as we
I'm
talk
sure
about government action in this entire case, I think a lot of introspection is needed, and that comes only from within. No government of the world can help us in that. But I'll wrap it up here. Hopefully, we'll see, people introspecting, people coming to terms with the fact that their parents are their parents and not a liability that they have to look after in their old age. Thank you very much to both of you, Sandeep and Bhavya, for joining us on the broadcast and sharing your perspective.